Well, let's shift focus to the investigations and let me get our viewers the latest in investigations. There is now, according to the police, undeniable evidence of Pakistan ISI's involvement in the terror plot that was busted by the Delhi Police Special Cell. India Today has learned that one of the key accused in this case, Osama, his father was the mastermind. Two of the accused in this case, Zishan and Osama, were trained in Pakistan in April. They were trained to blow up railway tracks. They were trained to make sophisticated improvised explosive devices and in the use of assault rifles. Sources have told India Today that a Pakistan Army colonel codenamed Ghazi contacted Osama's father, Usaidur Rahman, at a madrasa in Dubai and convinced him to send his son to Pakistan for training.
A plot to attack Ram Leela and Navratra celebrations. Festivities and poll season on target. A terror plot directly hatched by Pakistani spy agency ISI. Shocking facts are emerging in the Pakistan terror module bust, exposing Islamabad's direct mentoring of the arrested terrorist and their module. Probe has revealed that accused Zishan and Osama had received terror training in Pakistan, in a farmhouse in Gwadar port, honing their skills by blowing up rail tracks, bridges in Pakistan, making IEDs and using sophisticated weapons like AK-47. Sources say a Pakistan ISI colonel rank officer, Ghazi, had contacted suspected terrorist Osama's father, Usaidur Rahman, and convinced him to send his son to Pakistan. The ISI mentor also asked Usaidur to help him with more terror recruits, prompting Zishan's father to contact his Prayagraj-based brother, Humaydur Rahman, who sent Zishan to Pakistan. Probe agencies have found proof that both Osama's father and uncle were directly helping ISI. The link surfaced via mobile chats between Osama and his father.
Starting off with Osama, he is in the custody of the Delhi police. He was trained for terror strikes in India, underwent training in Pakistan. He travelled from Lucknow to Muscat and then to Pakistan for training. Now, his father is Usaidur Rahman. He runs a madrasa in Dubai and has direct links with the Pakistan ISI. The information that the Delhi Police Special Cell has is that a Pakistan ISI colonel-ranked officer had called Usaidur, asked him to send personnel for training, which is why he sent his son Osama. And it's not just Osama's father, but his uncle also, Humaydur Rahman, who is also involved in actively sending youth to be radicalized and to be trained in Pakistan.
The center said it is aware of the continuing Pakistani terror challenge.
ये सरकार एक सक्षम सरकार है। इस सरकार में इस तरह की कोई भी घटना, कोई भी गतिविधि हो, हम निश्चित रूप से उसको ठीक करने में पूरी तरह से कामयाब होंगे। देश पूरी तरह से सुरक्षित और शांत है, ये हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है।
Congress said that the center can't afford to let its guard down and promised it all help.
देखिए, आतंकवाद पे कांग्रेस पूरी तरह से आतंकवादियों के खिलाफ है। आतंकवाद को खात्मा करने के पक्ष में जो काम पुलिस और सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस कर रही है, कांग्रेस पार्टी पूरी तरह से उनके साथ है। आतंकियों के खिलाफ जो है ज़बरदस्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, मारा जाना चाहिए। कांग्रेस सरकारें जब रही हैं, हमेशा उन्होंने आतंकवाद से लड़ाई की, आतंकवाद को खत्म किया।
After surge of its puppet Taliban in Afghanistan, Pakistan continues to try to open the floodgates of terror in India. Does the country have an effective plan to counter it? Bureau Report, India Today.
And it took multi-state agencies to arrest these terror suspects from Delhi to Uttar Pradesh to Rajasthan and even Maharashtra. 6 arrests so far and a trail of shocking, dangerous plots that could have led to a repeat of 1993 type serial blasts. The terrorists were planning to attack not just Ram Leela and Navratri celebrations, but also go after vital assets and vital points and political leaders, according to investigations so far. 1.5 kilograms of RDX meant for these serial attacks have been recovered by the police.
A plot to reenact the devastating 1993 Mumbai serial blast. This was the terror brief given by the handlers in Pakistan to the now busted terror module. The interrogation of the 6 arrested terrorists revealing disturbing details of a Bleed India plot. The accused in grilling revealed that they were asked to execute an attack like the 1993 Bombay bomb blast, which ripped through Mumbai, killing over 250 people and injuring nearly 1,500. Probe agencies say the module had identified potential target areas to inflict maximum deaths and damages. 1.5 kilograms of explosive RDX meant for the serial strikes has so far been recovered. The arrested terrorists have also revealed names of sleeper cell members. The agencies are also looking into a possible Khalistani terror link as well. Police and intelligence officials are cross-checking if the recovered ammunition and explosives match the recovered IEDs, weapons, grenades, tiffin bombs recently seized from terror-accused Jasbir Road in Punjab. Road is the nephew of slain Khalistani terrorist Bhindranwale, killed in the 1984 Operation Blue Star. India Today has also scooped inside story of Delhi cops' big terror chase, which helped to foil the Ram-Leela Navratra and UP polls attack. Sources say that agencies were monitoring Jan Mohammad's movement, who was in constant touch with Osama. Special cell cops, alerted by central agencies, boarded the same train which Jan Mohammad took from Mumbai to Delhi. Sensing presence of cops, he tried to get off in Kota but was nabbed. His arrest led to apprehending of other suspects. With grilling of accused underway, more shocking details are likely to tumble out in the terror probe. With Shreya Chatterjee, Bureau Report, India Today.
The confession that the suspected terrorists were plotting a repeat of the 1993 serial blast has sent shockwaves in the security circles. 1993 serial blasts in Mumbai were the worst Pakistan state-sponsored terror attacks in India before 26/11 Mumbai terror strikes. And there are eerie similarities between the terror plot in 1993 and the terror plot now. From the involvement of Dawood Ibrahim's D Company to ISI using Gulf countries to illegally ship suspected terrorists to Pakistan for training and the use of RDX.
A massive explosion ripped the 29-story building's basement parking area. The Bank of Baroda office above the basement was blown to smithereens. The impact of the explosion was so strong that it even shattered window panes of the surrounding buildings. Seconds after the blast of the bomb, Dalal Street reverberated with the screams and cries of those trapped and injured. Panic-stricken survivors of the explosion, some injured, stampeded out of the building. More than 2,000 people were stranded in the building. Most unlike the lackadaisical attitude one is used to in emergencies, the fire brigade reached minutes after the explosion and started evacuating people. In a remarkable show of good Samaritanship, members of the public voluntarily took victims to the hospitals and donated blood in large numbers. The explosive device, placed in a car in the basement parking area of the stock exchange and activated by a timer device, claimed at least 70 lives and injured about 200 people.
मेरी वाइफ शाम को 6 बजे से आज तक अभी तक और रो रही है। वो बोल रही है कि मेरा बेटा अभी आएगा अभी आएगा। वो समझ ही नहीं सकते कि मेरा बेटा मर गया।
The terror was not over. It was just the beginning. In a span of 150 minutes, the city was shaken by 12 more blasts along its entire length, stretching from the BSc building in the south to Centaur Hotel at Santa Cruz Airport in the north, leaving behind more than 300 people dead, more than 1,500 injured, and a trail of gruesome destruction. At 1:36 p.m., a truck exploded in the grain trading area in Narsi Natha Street, destroying nearby buildings and vehicles. Barely 50 minutes later, a car bomb exploded in the parking lot of the Air India building, killing at least 20 people and injuring several others.
When I saw all of a sudden blast, there was a car which exploded, and the blast, big blast, like balloon-shaped thing with red flames and all that, and immediately my daughter-in-law said, "Papa, it's bomb."
And tragedy has struck the family. I mean, the only sister of mine is no more existing. मेरी आंखों में वो जब धम करके एकदम पटाखा जैसा फूटा ना,
तो उस वक्त मेरे को कुछ समझ भी नहीं आया। मैं बोला मैं तो आज मर जाता हूँ, क्या समझे? मैं समझा कि आज तो मैं मर ही जाऊँगा। मगर कुदरत का खेल देखो कितना अच्छा है। जब मेरे को धमाका करके उठा ना बम करके, तो मैं यहाँ से 10 फुट इतना जाके आगे गिरा।
The bomb in the Air India building blew out a 2-story deep crater.
नीचे बेसमेंट है गाड़ी का, सेकंड बेसमेंट में भी खड्डा पर गिर गया।
Within the next 15 minutes, the massacre resumed. A powerful car bomb went off at a bus stop opposite Century Bazaar shopping center in Worli. This was the worst. Over 100 people were immediately killed and more than 500 injured. Of those killed, 70 were passengers in the double-decker bus. The impact of the blast left 5 buses and their passengers completely charred. The bomb was so powerful that it formed a deep crater on the road, decimating 3 nearby apartment buildings.
हम लोग दो किचन में थे, वो खाना खाने को बैठे थे ना, तो आवाज़ आया तो हम लोग दौड़ के आए तो एक रूम में लड़का पड़ा था, एक रूम में लड़की पड़ी थी, दब गई थी।
तो सब बिल्डिंग नीचे गिर गया, तो हम उसके नीचे आ गए।
Even for hardened war veterans, the sight of dismembered bodies, so completely soaked in blood that they were unrecognizable, was difficult to take.
First time this has happened in Bombay, and now I do not think I'll be able to stay in peace in Bombay. I'm really very scared and really insecure. It was all of a sudden, and it was a loud blast, and all of a sudden the glasses kept on falling on us.
Bombay's date with terror was not over yet. 6 more bombs went off. 2:41 p.m. in a petrol pump adjacent to Shiv Sena headquarters at Dadar. 2:48 p.m. on the 3rd floor of the Center Hotel at Juhu. 3:05 p.m. in a scooter at Zaveri Bazaar. 3:16 p.m. in a car standing in the compound of Plaza Cinema. 3:50 p.m. in an 18th floor room at Siroc Hotel in Bandra. 3:55 p.m. the last one at the other Center Hotel at Santa Cruz Airport.
It was a nightmare. We were all in our houses. We never even thought that the next minute we will be without a house. We all had to rush onto the roads. Then I saw that the road was full of smoke. You know, there were all buses and dead bodies and so much debris everywhere.
What is certain is that terrorism has to be included in the new realities of today. If the Bombay blasts are any indication, the terrorist attacks are likely to grow both in numbers as well as intensity in the coming months and years. It is crucial that the government gets down to handle this terrorist challenge on a war footing before it is too late.